Hola! Today's band comes from Chile, and curiously enough, this band has been there less than a decade, and now suddenly, boom, two albums at the same time, same day, through two different labels. Now, the name of the band is Communion, and this is their debut album at the announcement. So, let's unbox this a bit, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more. Not that I know much, but nevertheless. So, Communion has been there for about 8 years or so, and they've been releasing quite a few mini CDs, demos, split or whatever releases, and until late 2017, early 2018, depends what release version you're looking for, they decided to release two albums at the same time, same day. This first one is through a sinister, kind of a small label and fanzine releaser called The Sinister Flame, while the other one is through Hell's Headbangers, a underground label. Nevertheless, same date and same kind of distribution. So here's the CD, the inline layout, not much to see in there. The band picture, obviously, as well as the track list. As you can see, maybe there's not two, but three intros. Total amount of tracks is like 10, but because some of those are really short ones, it's less than 28 minutes, sorry. So here's the CD once again. As you can see, some sort of torture device chair there. And on the back side, we have this kind of a servant staring at the flame. So it's pretty clear what this album is all about. Yes, it is black metal. Now, this is kind of a minimal, kind of old school vibe. Not only because white CD inlay, but also because of this very plain, kind of a cheap material booklet, which kind of remind me of, 80s CD releases when they were out, just nothing fancy, very basic, not even proper band picture, but then again, that's what internet is all for. So, Communion is coming from Chile and it plays black metal, and let me tell you, this is not third wave, not even second wave black metal, but basically the very old school way of doing black metal. That is quite thrash influenced, little bit even maybe heavy or speed metal there, but in my opinion, and I'm not saying that this is a fact, but kind of a personal vibe that I'm getting from this album, this reminds me of old Battery. Yes, the three first albums basically, maybe even the first one that comes to my mind when I'm listening to this. But with a clear distinction also, there's differences. And the thing is that this is like a Battery, Gorgon and the stuff going on meth or something like that, because this is just, kind of a fast-paced version of what Gorgon and guys were doing with Battery when they're doing their stuff. Meanwhile, Battery is kind of a up-tempo stuff, but it's more like mid-tempo material if you just, compare it to most black metal stuff there. This is clearly like a hurried version of that. Every song is basically after a few, early riffs or, bounding of cymbals. This is just, like going fast. Really like, oh, we gotta go there in like, oh, fucking two minutes. This is that kind of stuff. So basically all the riffs are, very basic, kind of a proto black metal in a way. And it seems that these guys just want to play fast. They want to get to the point and get finished in like 3 minutes and then get out of here. And there is nothing wrong with that, obviously. But the thing is that this is kind of like giving a middle finger to these kind of modern, bands with progressive and experimental elements, adding keyboard layers, female vocals, and all that kind of hipster stuff. I'm not saying that all the synths and female vocals are hipster stuff, but I hope you know what I'm saying here. And if you don't, well, then you're watching obviously the totally wrong video. But Communion is all about, getting back to the very basic foundations of black metal, black metal music and the ideas. It's about Satan and it's about, going dark and speedy and stuff like that. Kind of a raw, unpolished, in your face kind of thing. And I must say, I kind of like it. The downside on this album is, at the announcement, that the band is basically just repeating itself way too quickly. Now, when you just give it the first spin, it isn't that obvious because all these mid intros and whatnot are basically kind of regulating how the album kind of grows, if that's the word you want to use for this kind of music. But the thing is, after a couple of spins more, it becomes really clear that there's very minimal variation with the songs. That is, you could just basically randomize the whole album and it wouldn't make that much of a difference, at least atmospheric wise. Now, some people that is not a bad sign or bad thing anyway. To me, I was kind of hoping more like I don't know, maybe that variation or more kind of differences between songs. The compositions, they are like carved from one and the same stone. Now, this is only the first album, and I'm yet to hear the second one, so at this point I'm not gonna compare how it's gonna sound. But we'll get back to the later album with another review and see if there's any difference comparing, the first one, as the CDs are, or LPs as well, are released on the same day. Anyhow, for those of old school black metal, Communion is something definitely worth considering. For those who just want to get as far as possible for the bands, back in the 80s, I'm not gonna say that this makes any sense to you. Old school to the end, and that's how Communion plays it out. Thank you for watching this review, and as always, should you have any comments and opinions on the album here or the review, drop a comment on the box below and I'll get back to you. Rauta out, see you soon with another review.